Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.
Despite the breakdown of their multiple marital dynamic, the Brown family hasn't been scared to share all of their personal problems on Sister Wives. However, there is one subject that the family finds difficult to discuss: what became to the wedding rings. 3 of Kody Brown's 4 wives have divorced him in recent years. Prior to his spiritual unions with Janelle in 1993 and Christine in 1994, he was married to Meri in 1990. The family brought in Robyn, a 4th wife, whom Kody formally wed in 2010 after divorcing Meri in order to adopt her children. Sister Wives, which followed Kody and Robyn's everyday lives, debuted the same year they were married. However, what started out as a hopeful depiction of a poly family swiftly spiraled into anarchy. The relationships gradually deteriorated as a result of power disparities, emotional neglect, jealousy, and favoritism. Citing a lack of connection and respect, Christine was the first to depart in 2021. In 2022, Janelle followed, claiming to have been apart from Kody for several months. After being estranged from Kody for years, Meri finally announced her separation in 2023. Now, in an inadvertently monogamous dynamic, Robyn is the only one still married to Kody. The purchase of a new $1 million home is only one of the many things the couple has done to represent this new phase of their lives. Kody hasn't simply moved on emotionally, though. He has repeatedly upgraded his wedding band, which reveals his true values. The Sister Wives cast hasn't discussed what happened to everyone's wedding rings following the breakup of their several families, despite sharing a lot on camera. Shortly after declaring her separation from Kody, Christine conspicuously took off her ring. She demonstrated her independence by posting public images without hesitation. It's unclear if she returned the ring or sold it. She remarried David Woolley in 2023, though, and now she wears a new sparkler on her ring finger. In a similar vein, Janelle has not formally announced her ring. It's unclear if she sold it, kept it, or threw it away. However, after her breakup with Kody, she notably ceased wearing it in online and on-camera appearances. Meri found it most difficult to end her connection with Kody. The two spent the most time together, and it appears that she only found the strength to leave after her sister wives did. Furthermore, Kody has previously turned down any kind of closeness with her. Meri no longer wears a wedding band, but she hasn't disclosed what she did with her own, like Janelle and Christine did. We do know, however, that Kody's ring past is far more revealing and messy. Fans noticed that Kody had unexpectedly worn a new wedding band during season 18, which was reportedly Robyn's gift. He had previously made a covert transition, though. Shortly after Robyn joined the family in 2010, he stopped wearing the ring Meri gave him when they were married in 1990. Even though she attempted to minimize it in public, Christine disclosed at the season 18 tell-all that Kody eventually broke up with the first band without notifying Meri. This action caught Meri off guard and obviously caused stress. Take off the ring, preserve the diamonds, and save the gold. Well, Meri learned, she added. Well, where's my ring? She asks. You no longer wear it. I melted it down, he says. As simple as that. I don't want Meri to have power and control over me anymore, he says. All of the wives, including Meri, created and funded a new clado ring for Kody to wear as a representation of their multiple families once he formally wed Robyn in 2014 following his divorce from Meri. Christine remarked, "We all contributed to the design, and we got him the ring. And he wore that for a very long time." He then worked with Robyn to design his own ring. Together, he and Robyn created the ring. By 2022, while season 18 was being filmed, Kody had again, silently, exchanged Robyn's clado ring for a new one. Meri, who at the time was still his spiritual wife, saw right away. However, she received little response when she confronted him. She formally dissolved their relationship a few months later. I don't know the origin of this ring or what it is. If Robyn got it for him, if he got it, or if they managed to obtain it together. She went on, I honestly don't care, and I literally have no idea. Meri has stated that she wasn't upset that Kody melted the original ring, but she was upset that Christine revealed the tale on camera because she had kept it a secret for more than 10 years. At the moment, I am really frustrated, Meri stated during the tell-all, Beyond. I discovered that a tale that I had never publicly discussed was mentioned about me after we filmed the one-on-one interviews with Suki. When, and how I want to communicate my tale is up to me. I would have done that if I wanted to have publicly shared that story over the past 13 years, Meri said. Meri's very sentimental about the ring that she gave Kody, Janelle said in a subsequent interview with Us Weekly, echoing Meri's sentiments. And when he melted down the wedding ring, I believe it upset her. Christine didn't appear to feel bad about sharing the story either. Knowing what Kody had done to the original Kody band from Meri in secret, she told the publication that it seemed weird to give him the ring years later. The fact that Christine was prepared to reveal Kody's behavior, even at the risk of offending Meri, demonstrates how strongly she felt about it, even though we still don't know what happened to her own ring. To the best of the public's knowledge, Kody only melted down or returned his own ring. However, before Meri left him, he made two very deliberate decisions that had a profound impact. First, he discreetly melted the original ring she gave him in 1990, and then he replaced the Kody band the wives had designed together with a new one that Robyn had produced. Since the ring had lost its significance, Kody asserted that he was entitled to reuse the gold from his original band. Perhaps it was costly or specially manufactured, and he wanted to use it in a useful way. Come on, though, we're talking about Kody. There must be more involved. Fans have long chastised him for being selfish and self-centered. It felt like a power move to melt his wedding ring. He was creating several families and was no longer merely Meri's husband. One of the first instances of his unilateral decision-making, even when it wasn't in everyone's best interest and without consideration for the people he might damage, was melting the ring behind her back. The Kody ring comes next. That wasn't merely sentimental. Each wife co-designed and funded the tangible representation of the plural marriage. To all of them, including Meri, Kody's wearing it held significance. He did, however, discreetly exchange it for a new ring from Robyn while he was still spiritually wedded to her. Since Janelle and Christine had already departed, the timing was telling. Changing his wedding band without giving a reason was a passive-aggressive technique for Kody to express his desire for Meri to do the same. The fact that Kody is now wearing a ring that is only from Robyn is a subliminal but loud reminder that the multiple marriage no longer mattered to him. Meri left him a few months later, so it was probably the last straw for her. Kody's bigger control pattern is seen in the way he handled his wedding jewelry. He refused to provide Meri with true closure and spent years emotionally erasing her. He refused to formally break up with her, but he also refused to show her love and closeness. He further demonstrated his dominance by melting the initial ring and throwing away the Kody, all the while claiming she was the one who gave up. Additionally, the rings are only the beginning of Kody's financial dominance. The rest of the family was having trouble affording even the most basic necessities while the patriarch was busy melting gold and ordering new rings. While Robyn ended up in a large home that Kody assisted her in buying, even after informing the others that they all needed to wait so they could build together, Janelle was living in an RV on Coyote Pass since she was unable to find a place to call home. After they split up, Kody accused Christine of being self-centered for wanting financial independence, even though she had sold her house in Vegas to pay for the family's move. This is a typical pattern for Kody. He constantly has little funds for shared expenses, but is always able to indulge when Robyn is involved. Despite his inability to find a permanent home for his family, he managed to find the time and resources to buy Robyn a brand new ring that conveniently eliminated the poly-family dynamic completely. When the bias is so obvious, we cannot ignore it. Even though his family couldn't afford it, Kody has always required a ring to represent his relationship with Robyn, the legal wife and the favorite. However, without even being warned, he was able to replace the ring that symbolized all of the women after melting down the one Meri had given him. These jewelry selections weren't made at random. They were a declaration. Robyn was important. The others didn't. Since it wasn't her ring, Some viewers might have been taken aback by Christine's reaction to the melted ring, but that's precisely what made it so potent. It demonstrates how strong the sister-wife relationship used to be and how much trauma they were all carrying around. The most sensitive wife has always been Christine. When it became apparent that Kody wasn't treating them fairly, she was the first to quit playing nice, the first to openly criticize his inappropriate behavior, and the first to leave. Furthermore, by being honest about the ring on air, she jeopardized both her reputation and her relationship with Meri. She made the decision to reveal Kody's behavior in order to prevent him from getting away with it any longer, even if it meant putting herself and the sister wives in danger. Perhaps Christine simply couldn't allow Kody to change the past again, or perhaps she was sick of seeing Meri remain silent. In any case, her choice to make the story public is just one more illustration of Kody's terrible nature as a spouse. Let's just be thankful that 3 of his ex-wives have completely left the situation at this time. Hopefully, Robyn will do the same in the future. Sister Wives star Kody Brown may need to step up a bit, as David Woolley is now grandpa to his grandchildren at the request of his daughter and son-in-law in real time. The TLC reality star is unlikely to believe it, though. He will likely hold Christine Brown responsible for this, according to supporters. He already blames her and Janelle Brown for the estrangement of his older children. Sister Wives. Kody and Brown, are you feeling replaced? Michael T. Brown Padrone and Tony Padrone seem to want their children to call Christine Brown's new husband Grandpa. Avalon Padrone is the only one of their children who is most likely old enough to speak at this point. Her twins, though, will soon be old enough to follow suit. Reports from a few months back claim that after seeing photos of Kody with one of his sister wives' kids, David Woolley turned on him. Christine's youngest daughter, Truly Brown, is the only child still residing at home. Truly now lives with her mother and her new stepfather, David Woolley. In the pictures, Truly and David were having a good time in Costco. And when Truly went too far up a rock cliff, David was there. She was afraid to go down again by herself. Christine felt proud of David Woolley's parenting skills. Her future husband climbed up to help her down. Kody seems to be able to see the relationships between some of his children and David growing stronger. According to reports, he comes across this on social media. They say he doesn't like it, too. The grandfather of Kody's grandchildren is now David Woolley. Kody Brown was reportedly sick of seeing photos of David infiltrating Christine's family, particularly when he was with the kids, according to old reports. Because of the latest information from her daughter and her husband, fans think Kody Brown is still harboring grudges. If so, Sister Wives fans suggest that he bears full responsibility for his own deeds. Instead then reaching out himself, he waits for his kids to approach him. Many of his children are still affected because he prioritizes his wife Robyn Brown and her kids. While Kody Brown remains at home and regrets not being in touch with some of his children, life goes on. At family get-togethers, Christine shows her kids photos of David, whom she adores. This is likely to annoy the Sister Wives patriarch as well. At Gwendolyn Brown's wedding, David Woolley even stood in the expected position of the bride's father. This was for the family photographs for Gwen's wedding. But Kody was conspicuously missing from group photos on his daughter's special day. But David was there. Sister Wives. David is having kids right now. Michael T. revealed that her kids call her mother Oma and David Woolley Grandpa. Now, David is regarded as a part of her kids' family. Michael T. claims that the kids like going to Oma and Grandpa's house to play with the cool toys that Christine has given them. She also hinted that Tony Padrone is perhaps a little smitten with the toys. By avoiding touch with his kids, Kody seems to preserve his dignity. Another granddad, though, is willing to spend time with them. Christine claims that her new husband, David Woolley, gets along well with kids. That goes double for his kids and grandkids. It seems that Kody Brown's ex-wife lives by the adage that love should be multiplied rather than divided, as she blends her family with David's family today. Kody Brown no longer begins each TLC series episode with such sentence, considering that he failed the multiplication test. Fans, however, give him an A+ on division. Kody Brown's meltdown over Meri's bold choice exposed. This could change everything on Sister Wives. Introduction. the shocking moment that had Kody Brown losing control. For years, fans have watched the tumultuous relationship dynamics unfold on Sister Wives, but nothing could prepare us for the jaw-dropping moment when Kody Brown's emotional meltdown over Meri's bold decision was caught on camera. This wasn't just another family argument. No, this was the kind of explosive situation that reveals far more than we ever expected to know about Kody, Meri, and the entire Brown family dynamic. In a shocking turn of events, Kody's outburst left viewers speechless. But what did Meri do to provoke such a drastic response from Kody? And why does this incident expose more about Kody's character, his fragile ego, and the state of his relationships than anything we've seen before? You're about to dive deep into the heart of the drama, and trust us, it's far more than just a simple family fight. Kody's reaction is telling. Meri's choice? Monumental. Together, they reveal dark secrets, long-held frustrations, and a side of Kody Brown we've never seen before. Hold on tight, because this explosive breakdown will change everything you thought you knew about the Brown family. Chapter 1. Setting the Stage. A family built on secrets. The Sister Wives series has been on air for over a decade, giving fans an inside look at Kody Brown's unconventional family. With 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, Kody has always been at the center of a complex web of emotions, struggles, and tensions. But despite the dramatic ups and downs, viewers have always felt that Kody has remained in control of his family's narrative. That is, until Meri made a choice that shook the very foundation of the family dynamic. In this chapter, we explore how the Brown family's relationship with polygamy has evolved over the years, and how Kody's leadership as the patriarch has been challenged at different points in time. But nothing could have prepared Kody for the fallout from Meri's decision. Chapter 2. Meri's shocking decision that changed everything. Meri Brown, the first wife in the Brown family, has often been portrayed as the one who has endured the most. After facing betrayal, heartbreak, and struggles with Kody's other wives, Meri finally made a decision that seemed to rattle the very core of her marriage. What was the bold choice that set everything in motion? It wasn't a new partner. It wasn't a sudden shift in her lifestyle. It wasn't even a simple family dispute. Meri's decision was far more profound than that. It was a deeply personal choice that challenged her relationship with Kody and exposed the cracks in their already fragile marriage. By exploring the background of Meri's decision, we reveal how years of emotional neglect, frustration, and unresolved tension led her to this pivotal moment. And we show just how Kody's response to it wasn't just about this one event, but the culmination of years of hurt, insecurity, and power struggles. Chapter 3. Kody's meltdown. A shocking breakdown of the patriarch. When Kody Brown found out about Meri's decision, his reaction was nothing short of a meltdown. But was this just a moment of frustration, or was it something deeper? Kody's emotional outburst revealed far more about his character than any fan could have anticipated. For years, Kody has prided himself on being the leader of the family. He's always had control, or at least that's how it appeared. But when Meri made her choice, it all came crashing down. This chapter delves into Kody's meltdown in full detail. We break down every shocking moment, every angry word, and every devastated look. What caused him to lash out? Was it his own insecurities coming to the surface? Or was it something more sinister? And what does his reaction tell us about his fragile ego and his views on relationships and power? Chapter 4. Behind the scenes, the real Kody Brown revealed. Kody Brown's on-screen persona has always been larger than life. He's often seen as a family man juggling multiple wives, always making decisions for the good of the family. But as the drama unfolds, we start to peel back the layers of this carefully crafted image. What was happening behind the scenes in the lead-up to Meri's decision? How had Kody's relationship with each of his wives deteriorated in subtle ways, setting the stage for this explosive moment? And what do these behind-the-scenes dynamics reveal about the real Kody Brown, the man we don't often get to see? We talk to experts, insiders, and even former Sister Wives cast members who have witnessed Kody's behavior behind the scenes. Their insights paint a disturbing picture of a man struggling to hold onto control, grappling with his emotions and fighting an internal battle that's tearing his family apart. Chapter 5. The Fallout. How this meltdown affects the Brown family. The impact of Kody's meltdown was far-reaching. It didn't just affect his relationship with Meri. It sent shockwaves through the entire family. Each wife responded in their own way, and the tension between them grew to unprecedented levels. But what does this moment mean for the future of the Brown family? Will this be the turning point that leads to significant changes? Or is this just another temporary rift that will eventually heal over time? In this chapter, we analyze the aftermath of Kody's meltdown. How did Meri respond to Kody's anger? Did this incident spark further fractures in their marriage? How did the other wives react? And how did Kody's behavior change after the fallout? Chapter 6. A deeper look at polygamy. What Kody's meltdown reveals about polygamous families. Kody's meltdown isn't just a personal issue. It speaks to the larger challenges of living in a polygamous family. Polygamy brings with it unique emotional, psychological, and logistical challenges that many outside the lifestyle don't fully understand. In this chapter, we explore how Kody's emotional breakdown highlights some of the difficulties that come with polygamous relationships. Is it possible to manage multiple wives, children, and a household without severe emotional strain? What does Kody's reaction say about the emotional toll polygamy can take on all those involved? We bring in experts, sociologists, and even other polygamous families to shed light on the complexities of Kody's situation and how it compares to others in similar relationships. Conclusion. The future of the Brown family. What's next for Kody, Meri, and the sister wives? The aftermath of Kody Brown's shocking meltdown has left us with more questions than answers. As the Sister Wives series continues to unfold, we're left wondering what the future holds for Kody, Meri, and the rest of the family. Will this emotional breakdown be the end of their relationship, or is there still hope for reconciliation? One thing is certain. This moment has changed the Brown family forever, and the fallout from Kody's meltdown will be felt for years to come. Stay tuned, because we'll be right here, breaking down every new twist and turn in this saga as we witness the unraveling of the family we thought we knew. By expanding each chapter with more details, quotes, and analysis, you can easily build this into a full-length article. Let me know if you want help fleshing out any sections.